This is the most fitting way to punish a human trafficker. Let her drown in despair with no escape. After stripping off her clothes, they lifted her up and lowered her into a wooden barrel filled with freezing cold water at -50 degrees. Then the guards dumped in large chunks of ice prepared ahead of time until the entire barrel was packed solid. They wanted her to feel pain worse than anything imaginable. Finally, they sealed the barrel with a specially made lid, leaving only her head exposed so she could barely breathe. To keep her from making any wild escape attempts, they used thick leather straps to secure the barrel tightly. No matter how she struggled, it was completely useless. As time quickly passed, she lost all feeling from the cold. Even the severe cramps she used to dread now felt like nothing in comparison. The only part of her body she could still move was her head. As she turned it to the side with great effort, she was shocked to realize she wasn't the only one. Another woman had been placed there before her. Her face had gone completely pale from the cold. She could no longer even open her mouth to speak. Maybe they both knew there was no hope left. Or maybe they finally regretted everything they'd done. But the prison wouldn't let them die so easily. They waited until she regained some strength, then poured scalding water over her body, and locked her in a pitch-black room. They wanted her to experience the same fear children felt when they were abducted. Food was delivered through a tiny opening, and it looked like scraps she'd throw to animals. They made it impossible for her to eat normally. After a week, they cut off her food completely, forcing her to wither slowly in loneliness. And if she somehow survived, they'd take her to the medical wing for full body exams, which were really just excuses for harassment. When Lisa saw the doctor, showing no mercy even to her paralyzed cellmate, she instinctively shouted at him, but it only made him retaliate with more violence. But Lisa was never a trafficker. She used to be a wealthy heiress, until one day she told her father she could see people's souls. Her family thought she was practicing witchcraft and tricked her into being committed to an asylum. Even when Lisa insisted she wasn't ill, nobody cared, nobody listened. After all, even a sane person would lose their mind in that place after 2 months. So Lisa had to find her own way out. She pinned her hopes on the head nurse. Luckily, the nurse still had a conscience. During a party held inside the asylum, with her brother's help, Lisa made her escape. The head nurse stayed behind, facing the consequences to protect them. In the end, the nurse was locked away as a patient herself, but she never once regretted her choice. She saw it as a way to make peace with her past mistakes, and more importantly, she helped Lisa escape. A kind and innocent girl. From that day on, Lisa finally began a new life full of happiness and peace.